Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I'm going to do another reading for you for Pisces, of course. So we have the beautiful card of abundance here, but there's a special story attached to this card. This card is about different ways of seeing and creating abundance for yourself. Sometimes you're faced with challenges, things that happen, such as losing a coin in a grate. There's two different stories here. One loses a coin in a grate and gives up because he figures there is no way for him to get it. The other story is the little girl finagles something to get the coin out, like a string with something sticky or something of the sort. I don't quite remember the whole story, and then she gets the coin out and then makes that into more and more and more. Today we were looking at your solar plexus and all the creativity that you can bring into the things that you do. Your past has prepared you for that. Maybe you were even influenced by a family member, such as myself, who was my father in this case, who brought in a lot of creativity. He could make so much out of nothing, just simply because he had that creative, beautiful energy about him. I've told this story before where he needed firewood because they didn't have any money, they were really poor, but where he was living there were wooden cabinets, and when you have to live, and it's the difference between freezing to death and living, well, you know, the plates sat on the counter and the cabinets were in the wood stove, heating the family for another night. So this is what I'm saying. Sometimes he did it the hard way, but he did it in a way to get us through the most difficult of times. And you know what? Sometimes having that creative mind of always seeing that there's a solution, somehow, some way, to a problem can really create abundance in your life. And that's what we're going to be looking at here. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for you here. Here we go, beautiful Pisces. So I did another reading this morning with this type of energy. So if you're interested, please go ahead and watch that. Give this video a like, give it a comment. I appreciate you so very much for your support. Wow, envy. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting is huge hit towards the fact that sometimes what we see, how we see things done is a point of pride and envy. It's wanting more in life. You know, you don't want to be, well, I'm just going to go back to the cabinet thing. You don't want to be the family that has no cabinets when everybody, so you don't put it as a solution of wood, fire, heat. You go, well, I can't burn my cabinets. And I wouldn't suggest it nowadays because they don't have, back in the day they had real wooden cabinets. Now they're, you know, stuff that's really, sometimes you can't burn. Unless you're in the house where I live, which is a very old home, so our cabinets are still wood, but I'm hoping I have enough trees to take us for a few days on the property here. Totally getting out of what I'm trying to say here is that the fact that not having cabinets sometimes would stop people from burning them, because they would say, well, what are the neighbors going to think if they come over and there's no cabinets? And you have to tell them, well, I did what I had to do. And then you become the poor person, envious of other people. They have so much, I have so little. But you know, you're alive and you've had heat. So there's a lot of what came through with this card. There's a lot of people looking at how others do it, and that's what shapes our world. We have to look like the neighbor. We have to have the same cars. We have to have the same things. And that also causes more problems of not being able to downsize or downgrade, because somehow, some way, it makes us look like we have less, when in fact we are less. Okay, we do have less because we're paying out so much that we're not able to live. So envy, this word envy, is absolutely a problem. We're always looking for abundance. This is telling you to look in abundance for things that you that will bring value to your life, and not necessarily a monetary value. Things that mean something to you. My father's idea of value was making sure, and the abundance was making sure that nobody would freeze that night. It wasn't about how his house looked or how much value it was. It was a roof on our heads to bring warmth and comfort to the people he loved. So that was the abundance in that situation, not the fact that he had lack. So it's also, you have to work through all of this. And if you weren't aware, I did bring in my father's energy for this. Well, actually, he brought himself. He brought himself in. He rang my ears so loud, I thought I was actually hearing bells. So yeah, he wanted me to know he was here. So my father's name is John. He is a guide in my my direct group. I have my angels, Mona and Liam, and then I have 3 more in the background. And he is the most, he's the loudest. I haven't, to tell you the truth, I haven't heard much of my grandmother Claire or my biological mother Jo, but yeah. Him I hear a lot. A lot. Okay, so there is the beautiful 5 of Cups. So he's just bringing in what I was talking about, okay? Sometimes envy has something to do with a sense of lack. You're only envious of people when you feel that somehow, some way, you're missing something. Like you don't have enough of something. Oh, poor me, I don't have enough. I'm lacking. When what's really important is this right here, okay? So it's a sense of when you're trying to find solutions to problems and do it in a creative way, don't think in a sense of what everybody has or what everybody's been doing. This morning we were talking about having different solutions or better solutions to the problems we have, to look deeper, to go further, to understand more. So again, the Queen of Swords is making a showing. She did this morning. It's being independent, to think independently for yourself and not following the crowd. Not having envy for the sake of envy, okay? Of wanting the house on Hollywood Hills. You can still have that if you truly, truly want it, but don't do it because somebody else has it and you think that somehow they have it better. Do it because you actually want it. That's what you actually want. Do it more for a reason of being independently you. Also an air energy, which my father was very Aquarian. Absolutely. And yeah, I think we're going into Aries, but we are definitely leaving, I do believe, was it the new moon in Libra, which is also an air energy. So utilize the air energy as well for your creative spark. Your creative spark, we were talking about solar plexus and the fire energy with William this morning. So now we're talking about the energy of turning that spark into a flame. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. You have the 10 of Cups. So this will not only help you, will help everybody. And that's what I was talking about this morning when we were talking about inventing, let's say, the knife to cut potatoes, and then actually the fry cutter. You know, you can cut potatoes into fries with a knife, but it's better with a fry cutter because it's a lot better. So the solution was there with the knife, but there's a better solution, even a better invention. So that helps not only you, it frees up your time, and then it helps other people around you. So that was a very small example in a myriad of things that you can use that mindset to make things happen. But you have to get away from crowd mentality of, oh, everybody's been doing it forever. You know? Right. Go a step further. Go a step further. Yes, contemplating. Contemplating what's really important in your life. Are you doing it because everybody else does it? Are you seeing things in a way everybody else sees? Do you see things above and beyond what is there. Is the world your oyster, or are you just basically following what the world's always been doing? Okay? See the world as a place of discovery and independence and a great journey to be discovered. You're going too fast, Dad. The reading's going to be really short. Creativity. We had this card this morning, and here she is again. The Empress. The Empress could also be aka a creativity card, bringing life to new ideas. Okay? So nurture your creativity. That is what it says. Just because somebody came up with the solution to a problem doesn't mean that you can't come up with a better solution. Absolutely. Do we have great inventions right now? Absolutely. Can they be perfected? Most definitely. Everything can be perfected into a better way. Don't do it. Make sure that you really think it through. But absolutely, absolutely. And if we all work that way, we can really open up our time and our space, and less room for this and more room for this. Okay? Less room of thinking, well, I want what they've got, and more room for creating it so everybody can have it. You know, do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Page of Cups. He's saying that we have such a great way of thinking about things. We have such great creativity and imagination to come up with solutions to problems. Even if the solution isn't always burning the cabinets, to actually go further and look for the resources to find a way to heat your house more efficiently, to not get into that situation again. We have so much available for us to get us out of predicaments and situations, right? We have such psychic ability, and we're so sensitive, spiritually so connected to everything. We can get fresh insight just by thinking of something. So utilize that to its biggest capability. We've been taught in our past to utilize this very well. There's been problems and situations brought in over and over again for us to really hone in on that skill. Queen of Wands. Not quite there yet with the Queen of Wands, although she's come out before. She come out, was it yesterday or today? I can't, I'm seeing it, but I'm not sure. I know it's come out this week. The vibrancy and the inspiration that you can get from her is there. You just have to flip the energy around. You have to flip it around. Like you have to flip yourself from looking from this side to this side. Okay? Instead of looking at these cups that are down, going, I'm lacking, I can't, why do I stay here? Why am I staying here? Well, if you improve your situation, you don't have to stay there. You can just add to these. Okay? You can pick those up and add it to this. They're not broken. They're not gone. You can just flip them back up and fill them back up again. Okay? So this is a situation you're not looking at. Look to create more abundance, but meaningful abundance, not one that is based on envy of looking at what everybody else has and thinking, oh, why can't I have that? Yeah, I love this. So, look at these. Okay, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, so they're saying, flip the script, take charge of your life. Okay, meet those challenges. Get excited by a challenge. Get excited of perfecting something, of making it better, of creating something that creates even more abundance in your life, rather than being afraid of things. Follow your gut feelings. Okay, be decisive. Be courageous. Bring it. Just bring it. Bring your game. Bring your A game, Pisces. That's perfect. Bring your A game. Absolutely. Okay, so underneath the deck I see like the Two of Pentacles here, and it's telling me it's time to juggle, time to adapt. Okay? There's always something else that you can, that's what I'm hearing. There's always something else you can improve upon. And plus it's the spice of life, right? Right. It's a regenerative type energy. It's something that you just keep working on, and he's still there in the bottom of the deck, okay? It's something that you keep working on. You keep regenerating. This is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is ours again. There's always a fresh start that you can instigate, something that's going to become, that's rejuvenated, so that you don't have a sense of feeling or lack, or a sense of, this is also a 2, okay? That you have this feeling of, ooh, you know, there's that and there's nothing more. There's always more. There's lack is something we create. Lack is something that we think is exists, and it doesn't. Okay? And lack makes us envy what others have, instead of just trying to create it for ourselves, or working on our own sense of abundance and happiness. We get stopped by the impossibility of a situation, or what we like to tell ourselves is impossible in a certain situation. Alright, so let's see here. I'm going to pull some charms for you here. Yeah, you like this, don't you? You do. Oh, look at this. Okay. So, okay, Pisces. Let's see. We have quite a few letters. S, U, J, P, and what is that? F. Okay. You have a clock, a ticking time clock. Oh, yes, yes. You have a triangle, a king. That's the King of Wands right here. You have a 4-leaf clover. You have a key with a heart. You have an arrow. You have a broken anchor. You have a flower. You have the Hamsa hand. You have a bee. And that is a whale, a whale's tail. Beautiful. And what else? I love you with the eternity sign. Beautiful. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful message from my dad. Love you too, Dad. Alright, so you could have a loved one coming through as well, Pisces. Just letting you know that they love you, and it's forever. Okay, forever and ever. Yeah, he feels very happy to be here, by the way. Happy to be of service, happy to be contributing. Very Aquarius in nature. Not that he was very Aquarius in nature when he was here, though. Okay. Okay, so I see the word J-U-N. I feel very much the pull of June coming in, even though there's no E. It's phonetically, okay? Or fun. Have a lot of fun in the way that you do things. The sun, the clarity. June coming in. Alright, so we did get the arrow with the heart. I think it was in the other readings. I didn't say very much about it, but I'm going to say that using anything your clarity should be based a lot on the heart chakra. You should really work on the heart chakra and everything that it has to offer you. The whale tail and the whale. So beautiful in the way that it's coming in, Pisces, okay? Whales are some of the oldest creature on the planet, and they've had to overcome a lot of things to survive for the, I don't know, how many years, okay? Older than I can probably count. And they've done it by growing constantly, okay? It's not a sense of lack, it's a sense of abundance, and one that keeps adapting as it goes. Again, with the 2 that came in here, okay? Adapting and growing. So that's coming through. The 4-leaf clover is, again, a lot. I feel a lot of my father. He had me looking for 4-leaf clovers all the time in my life. It's to find that original, believing that there's luck, believing that there is wonderful things are waiting around the corner for you. That there's always clarity and always a possible solution to any given problem on any given day. The anchor that's been broken loose is wonderful, is to show that you're moving forward in your life, that you're not anchored. The beautiful triangle is the reconnection of you to spirit and you to your journey and where you're going. It's also the magic of 369. As I said, the crown is very much the King of Wands, grabbing the energy. The key with the heart, actually, it isn't a heart. It's what is this? It looks more like a leaf. It's okay. It's connected to this because it's the. It feels like what I'm seeing is like the maple leaf, or it's the tree that keeps on giving, right? It's the key. It's the tree that has the sap that comes out that makes the maple syrup. I understand this because I'm from that area, so it's very much, you know, connected to this. It's the regenerative force of something that just keeps bringing forward what it needs. The flower. Beautiful flower. Stop and smell the flowers. Flowers have been also a source of giving in our lives. It gives us, we can eat them, we can make medicine from them. They keep coming back, they keep growing. There's a regenerative thing. The Hamzahan, a lot of protection, but with a hole in it. So I feel like it's a give and take. There's always like an open portal there of things that you can come. The worker bee working well to bring something. Again, the bee is one that gives back. He works towards the regeneration of things. The honey, which is a great healer. It's a great source of nourishment for everybody, even for medicines. You have this this little squirrel, the black squirrels. Again, we have some here. We have black squirrels here. That it's like, for me, I feel that sometimes once in a while we couldn't find them anymore. So what I'm seeing is that they're still there, but you have to look for them. It's a little bit like the four-leaf clover, okay? Sometimes we think that things escape us in the way that we're looking for them, but all we really have to do is just keep looking for the answers. You have a beautiful decorated moon. This just brings forward, let me see here. If there's anything written, no, it's just with beautiful designs on it, as you can see. This again is just showing me this beautiful Page of Cups that's right here beside it. The dreamer, the person who has these wonderful, grandiose dreams, but simply has to put them into play and in motion, okay? In fun, in the sun, okay? And maybe June, the sun of June's very bright, or it could be that something in June is actually going to start bringing in what you need. The changes that you're doing now will bring something in the future for you. Remember that your loved ones love you no matter how long they haven't been here in the physical form. That love never dies. This arrow of clarity and the help that they bring in, it is never ever gone. It is never ever disappeared from you. Okay? Thank you so much, beautiful Pisces. Thank you to my dad who came in and gave us some great insight today. And yeah, thanks, Dad. It was really cool. The energy was really fast and really felt good. Working with him is always a great pleasure. What can you write down today? What can you write down in the comments? I have to give you something to ponder, something to think about. Something to bring in. What can I ask them? I take the lead in abundance. I take the lead in my abundance. How about that? Or I'm adopting an abundance mindset. How's that? I'm adopting an abundance mindset. So always live in the abundance of creativity, to always search out for more instead of lack. There you go. I'm adopting an abundance mindset. All right, Pisces, I let you go. Thank you so much. This has been your reading for how the past is affecting you. Thank you again to my guide, my dad, and I will let you go for today. And I hope I see you tomorrow. Take care.